Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the new over-the-air update that gives us BRP Go navigation on our touchscreen, so stick around. So that's right everybody, if you notice, I have navigation on my 10.25 inch display right now. And that is because BRP gave us an over-the-air update that works with the new BRP Go app on your phone, and it gives us full navigation on our touchscreen, which I think is a welcomed addition. So I think this is pretty awesome, this full navigation on the screen. I know you could do that with CarPlay, but in my experience on this machine, CarPlay is kind of worthless. It's just one of those buggy things that doesn't work very well, and you got to pair your headset, and then you got to pair your phone, and those two got to go together. And I think this is great, just for the people who want navigation and nothing else. Now, I know I could do navigation on my phone, but why not have it easily on my display? So what I wanted to do is just show you what it looks like while I'm riding. Got my phone attached to my cable. It goes to the machine, and I've got full navigation on with a destination right now. So let's discuss this. So what I think I'm going to do now is, now that you've seen what it looks like when I'm riding, you see the display and you see my phone, we're going to cut to me back in the garage, sort of explaining how I went through the update, what I did to do the OTA update, and what I did for my phone, and how I put these two together. So yeah, let's cut to that in the garage and you'll see all the details, but I'm very excited about this. Let me know what you guys think. Okay guys, if you've never done a software update, the first thing you do is you go hit the tiles, you go to preferences, you go to general, then you go to software update. Now I've already downloaded version 5.1.0, but if you haven't, it's going to check and it's going to say version 5.1.0 is available. And then you can hit install. And then it's going to go say it's preparing, and it's going to say, do you want to download it? And you're going to hit yes. And it's going to come up with a bar, and it's going to go through all of its processes. And then it's going to reboot, and it's going to install the software. Now, one word of warning is, when you do the software, you should probably have your vehicle running. When I tried to do mine, it said it wouldn't download the software because of low battery voltage. So I ended up starting up the machine, letting it idle when I did the whole software process. That made it a lot easier, and it went without a hitch. I had the key on for a while because I was just playing with it. So you might want to have your vehicle idling when you do the software update. So once you finish, what your goal is to do is see this navigation tile show up in your display. If you don't see that, what I had to do is I had to go back to preferences and go back down to general and scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit navigation. When it downloads the new software and puts the navigation on the display, it's going to default to off. So you want to turn that to on. So once I turned it to on, then I closed it. Then I saw the navigation show up here in this tile. So ultimately, that's what you're going to want to do. Download the software, go configure the BRP Go as your main source of navigation, turn it on, then you're going to see it here in the display. So the other part of this is you're going to want to get the BRP Go app on your phone. I've already downloaded it here. You can see a little BRP Go symbol. You're going to go to the App Store, search for BRP Go, then you're going to download it. Now when you download it, you're going to have to go through and set up a username and a password, and basically set up a BRP account if you haven't already done so. So I went ahead and did that. And then it's going to ask you for your VIN. You put in your VIN number, and it's just going to identify what machine you have. I'm not sure what purpose that really serves, but anyway, if I go into the settings here, it's going to see my 2024 Sea to Sky as my personal vehicle. So once you do that, now you've got this navigation app, just like any other navigation app on your phone. You've got where it can mirror on your bike. Now you got to mate the two together. So what I found that works is you can do one of two things. You can actually bring up the app, search for a location or somewhere you want to go, put it in here without it connected, and then go ahead and hit this navigation tile and then connect the phone. Then it'll take what's on here, transfer it to your display. Or you can just open the app, plug in your phone, and then when it comes up on the display, which I can show you in a minute, then you can put in your destination on this screen here. So you can do two different things. Put in the destination, mirror it here, or just open the app and mirror it and put in your destination here. So one of two ways. What I'll show you first is you can just put in a destination here and then take your phone cable, plug it in, and it will mirror on the screen. So now I've typed in the place I want to go without it being connected. So I'm going to hit Let's Ride, and then I'm going to connect it here. Plug in my phone. I'm going to go open this app. Now it's going to take that address and destination that I just did and mirror it on my phone, and you can see there's the place I want to go. Then you can hit start. It's going to give you turn-by-turn directions, just like it was on your phone. Now, I guess the advantage to this is, with CarPlay, you can do the same thing, but this thing is so finicky with CarPlay, right? You have to have your communication headset paired. You have to have your phone connected. Once those two things are meshed, then CarPlay goes on your screen, and then you can use navigation. I've never done that because it's been so flaky and so buggy and hasn't worked, and the whole connecting all those things together was very difficult for me. I don't know why it needs to see a headset just to do basic navigation. So for me, this is a win because now I can just open the app, which is just like any other navigation on my phone, mirror it to the display, and I get a little bit bigger screen instead of just using my phone. And then you can go back here and you can just stop using it, complete your ride. It's got everything that a nav has, right? You can put in, well, there's an itinerary, but I haven't selected one yet. You can put in a location to find it. You've got favorites, you've got gas, you've got charging, you've got food, you've got lodging. It does all the same things. This one's just to do your metric and imperial units, but basically it's just like any other nav, and I like it because you can just mirror your phone on your screen, and this is only available for 2024 and up with the 10.25-inch display. Now you can also, now that it's mirrored and I canceled my route, you can actually go and type your destination in here instead of on your phone and do the same thing. And I can show you that. So I just put in this address. It found it, and now I can select it. And then say, let's ride. So it's the same thing. Put it on here, mirror it to here, turn this on, mirror it, put it in there, and you get it on the screen. So you can go do either one you want. I kind of prefer the phone and then sending it here, but as you can see, I was still able to type it in and start it. So overall, I think this is a pretty good update. I'll probably take it for a ride and just make sure and see how everything looks. But I think, I think this is the way to go for now. So what you really need to do in summary, version 5.1.0, download it on your machine, let it boot up, reset the cluster, turn off your machine, turn it back on, go in, find navigation, turn the default navigation on, then you'll get the tile, go get the BRP Go app, put in your password and identity, go in there, put in your VIN, set up the settings that you want there, then bring it to your machine and make the two up. You have to have a cable. I have like a 3-foot cable here. And once you marry the two, you should be able to mirror your phone there or start here and type in what you want there. You're just going to get basic navigation. So I think that's a win-win. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is a good update from BRP or not? I kind of like it. I'm going to give it a try. I'll take it for a drive and see how it works. So let me know in the comments what you think. Just saw this drop today. Figured I'd get a quick video out to show everybody and get you guys up to speed. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I hope you like this video. We'll catch you in the next one. So I'm excited about this. I know it seems like it's not the most exciting thing just to have navigation on your screen, but it just shows that BRP is still working on over-the-air updates and giving us things and making changes. I mean, they could just quit and, be fully focused on the next model. So I do appreciate these over-the-air updates and changes. I think there's a few other little changes that come with this navigation update. I noticed something in the description when I went to download it about the clock and the setting the clock time and such. I know that was a frequently asked question on some forums. So I think it's a navigation update and some other little fixes in there. So I do appreciate that. Now, this is only for the folks from 24 on up with the 10.25-inch touchscreen. So I know others feel left behind when they've got the prior models, but I guess at some point they've got to decide on what the cutoff is and what they're going to support. So yeah, for all I know, this is just for 2024 and up with the 10.525-inch screen. So hopefully it doesn't bum too many people out that have older models.